Houston Cougars take the field. Can they pull off the upset with number 25 Cincinnati coming to town? The Bearcats, a boatload of momentum arriving with them after that huge win. The upset of UCF. They were partying in Nippert Stadium. They survived the late score and the onside kick to win it. And perhaps their biggest win in a decade. And that has Cincinnati right now sitting at 4-1 as they come to Houston. I'm Beth Mowens along with Anthony Becht. We've got Rocky Boyman with us today. That was one whale of a party on Friday night for Cincinnati. But Luke Fickell's message all week long, move on, guys. The party's over. We have to focus on Houston, and we have to avoid the hangover today.
It's a program changer for them, a huge win. But the first thing that sticks out with this team is he is really impressed physicality for this football team. And he's been able to get kids that play in Ohio in high school to come to this school, and that's what he's building. For Dana Holgorsen in Houston, from the outside looking in, you'd think there's chaos. Guys are quitting, everybody's in shambles, but the people we've talked to and the team we've seen, these guys are together. They're trying to win the best they can with the guys that are out there, and they're going to give them a fight today in this game.
Cincinnati, after that big win, they come in now ranked 25th in the country, and both coaches, when we talked to AB, described them the exact same way. This is big boy, Big Ten kind of football, led by Ridder and Warren.
Yeah, Ridder's done an outstanding job. He's last year's Rookie of the Year in the conference, dual threat quarterback. Of course, Michael Warren, we all know him. He's the leading returning rusher in the American Conference. His numbers are slightly down. The offensive line has had some influx, moving some pieces around, but they feel like these two guys are the true leaders of their football team.
And the big question on the other side for Houston, Rocky, as it's been throughout the season, who's going to be at quarterback today?
Yeah, it's a big question, Beth. Right now we're hearing reports that Clayton Tune, Houston's quarterback, may not play. Reports he injured a hamstring 2 weeks ago against North Texas and then possibly tweaked that hamstring this week in practice. Now, running is a big part of his game, and I got to say, watching him during warm-ups, I never saw him cut it loose, so we'll keep an eye on that. If that means he cannot play, it looks to be Logan Holgorsen, the coach's son, making his first start as a true freshman, guys.
Luke Fickell trying to keep his guys focused. After that huge win last weekend, they will try and keep it rolling. And knowing that an unbeaten has fallen in front of them in the American Conference, they are one of 3 ranked teams from the league this week. And Dana Holgorsen, after tremendous success, second all-time in wins at West Virginia, he comes back to Texas, now his first year with the Cougars. And will he have his son, the true freshman, starting at quarterback? We'll have to wait and see about that, because Houston won the toss and deferred, so Dana wants the defense out there, and it will be Cincinnati with a first crack at it. Trey Tucker, Ryan Montgomery, the deep men. It is headed towards Tucker off the foot of Kyle Ramsey and into the end zone. Let's see who's slinging it. Brought to you by Sling TV and the Bearcat sophomore quarterback.
My name is Desmond Ridder. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Our offensive goals are to start fast, make explosive plays, and to protect the football.
6'4", 215 pounds out of Louisville, St. X, last year's American Rookie of the Year. And when we talked to Luke Fickell and the OC Mike Denbrock, they spoke highly of his improved understanding of the system. They've given him a little more responsibility this year, and as the season progresses, and he'll go to his tight end, Josiah DeGuara, the leading receiver this year for the Bearcats.
And he put up big numbers last year. He completely transformed his body. He had over 3,000 total yards running and passing. But number one thing we talked about in the open, this offensive line, they're a little banged up. They got their left tackle, Chris Ferguson, the leader of this football team. Other than that, a lot of movement and changes up front this season.
With time, throwing deep down the middle. Alec Pearson, he's got the catch at the 25-yard line.
Pierce is their guy. When they want to take a chance down the field, the 6'3", 215-pounder is the guy they want to go to. And when you're talking about what he brings to the table, he brings this. the ball gets around his body, Beth, he'll go get it, whether it's high, low, or in the area, making a big play early for his young quarterback.
First down, Cincinnati. A couple of tight ends, Taguara and Bruno LaBelle in the game. Ridder to the air again, and the catch is made by Jason Jackson, the sophomore from Chicago. Forward progress will put him around the 21-yard line. Garrison Vaughn had the coverage. He'll get his second start today in the secondary.
Much better start offensively early on the game. Beth, UCF had 27 snaps to Cincinnati's 5 in the first quarter of that football game, looking to take control of the time of possession early on.
Michael Warren, their leading rusher, is the offset back. He'll take the pitch and the nice cut to get back inside into the red zone. Good yards after the toss there, and inside the 15, a gain of 7.
Yeah, you know, he's a hard runner. He really is a guy that has some jitter to him. He's shifty. And the one thing you look at his body, his legs are thick. If you put an arm out and try to pull him down, it's not going to work. You got to square this kid up to bring him down.
Bearcats have been terrific of late in the red zone, scoring on 13 of their last 14 trips, and add another one there as Ridder walks in. 13 yards on the touchdown scamper, and a big hole in front of him from that offensive line led by Jakari Robinson at center, Morgan James and Vincent McConnell, a guy taking over the move from tackle to guard today.
Yeah, look at 98 right here. He's coming down, but he doesn't follow the quarterback here. He falls down, goes for the running back, and it's just an easy play for the quarterback, Ridder.
5 plays, 75 yards in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Sam Crosa with the PAT, and quickly the Bearcats on top.
Again, you know, this is what you have to worry about is his legs. He's very efficient. He's very good size, 6'4", 215. You can't sleep on his running ability.
Back deep, Marquez Stevenson and Jeremy Singleton. Stevenson had a kick return for a touchdown a couple weeks ago against North Texas. And here is Marquez. And he'll bring it back out to the 23-yard line. And who will head out there at quarterback for Houston? And there is number 3 with his helmet on, ready to go, Clayton Tune. A game-time decision with a sore hamstring.
Well, the big thing about Tune is he can run the ball, right? He's 100 yards rushing 2 weeks ago against North Texas. If that hamstring's bothering him, remember Dana likes to run a little bit more in his offense than he did in his original air raid many years ago early at West Virginia. This could be a factor for them, for a team that wants to run the football.
They run it about 60% of the time. They rush for 250 a game. The high snap to Tune, he's able to handle it, but then he'll just chuck it out of bounds. Of course, their leading rusher is still De'Eric King, their original starter at quarterback, who chose to redshirt this season. So that has allowed Tune to step in, and a guy that Dana Holgerson says he's the future quarterback here, just a sophomore. So if King does return next year as planned, you still might have Clayton Tune for a couple of years after that. Patrick Carr is the offset back. He and Kyle Porter a good 1-2 punch. Bearcats show pressure up the middle, handled. The pass is caught for the first down by Stevenson, their leading receiver. That's his 25th catch of the year and a gain of 14.
And he's one of their real weapons at the wide receiver position. Over 1,000 yards, 75 catches last year. But he's a movable piece as well. Jet sweeps, they'll get him across in motion, and one of their top third down options as well.
He replaces Keith Corbin, who is the other big star in this offense that has opted to redshirt this year. Carr and Porter now together in the backfield. And incomplete. He was looking for Carr, let him before Patrick had fully turned to find him. There is a look at De'Eric King, who was responsible for 50 touchdowns last year, but after a rugged 1-3 start to the season, he chose to redshirt and use his final year of eligibility next year. He still practices and works out with the team, and by all accounts from the coaching staff, he is right there helping out his guys on the sideline on game day.
And it's clear that both sides are committed to next year. So a lot of talk about him possibly transferring as an option later on down the road. It's very clean to me that he'll be back for this football team and he'll be their starter.
Cut back for maybe a yard. Kyle Porter, the junior out of Katy, Texas. Elijah Ponder and Brian Wright were the guys leading the way for that Bearcat defense. A little more manageable here for Houston on third down. Good pressure right up the middle coming from Marcus Brown. We're going to see, Anthony, the Bearcats use a lot of guys. They talk about quality over quantity when it comes to the plays they get.
Yeah, tough up front. Dixie Wooten is playing right guard. He's getting the start today, and he gets whipped inside by number 99, Marcus Brown. That's an issue, and that was a big play on third short.
Yeah, last week, guys, the Bearcats on defense rotated 23 different guys. And to your point, Beth, Marcus Freeman talked about keeping his guys fresh. If you only get 30 plays, play them the best you got. If you get 20 plays, play them the best you got.
Well handled there by Montgomery, and then a late flag, and they're flying in from all over the place. A 49-yard punt, 7 yards on the return. The throw, intercepted, picked off by Williams. Off the deflection, and the turnover for the Cougars.
Yeah, Moj is getting this football right on his hands. The wide receiver, number 8, you'll see it here. You got to clamp down on this football. He's not able to control it with a guy on him, and Johnny on the spot, number 6, Williams, their best cornerback, gets a freebie here. Just tracking the football as it deflects off. This is a huge momentum swing. Something this team, Rocky, has not been able to do is turnovers. Big one there.
And that's one thing, I say it, I feel like every week, is in defense these days in college football, you can give up yards all day long, but it's giving up points is the big thing. But takeaways on defense, giving your offense more possessions is the name of the game.
They've been really good at it in the past, but that's just their 6th takeaway, and now they will go to the Wildcat with Bryson Smith on at quarterback. The wide receiver who was recruited as a QB will get the call here. The sophomore out of Tyler, Texas, who was actually the 20th rated dual threat QB, according to ESPN, coming out of high school. And now they'll go back to Clayton Tune. Maybe a situation, Anthony, if they need to run the football, they'll go to Smith with Tune still nursing the sore hammy.
Yeah, his senior year in high school, had 3,200 yards passing. He had 1,600 yards rushing and a total of 55 touchdowns.
And he will stay in the game at receiver. They'll stack him at the bottom of your screen. Trying to cash in the turnover. Here is Smith. So first the run, then the catch. They'll mark him down at the 14-yard line, wrapped up by Perry Young.
One thing, guys, if we see Bryson Smith more at quarterback, I did not see him throw one single pass in warm-ups pregame, so let's keep our mind on that.
Trying to hide him, Rock. They don't want to show his skill set.
Don't sell him short, Rock. He threw it 5 times last year now. And again, the other quarterback would be the coach's son, Logan, the true freshman. Played his high school ball in Morgantown before joining his dad here. And on a third down, Clayton Tune looking to the end zone. The 50-50 ball incomplete. And it's 4th down. Arquan Bush was able to break it up, intended for Stevenson.
Stevenson's their top target. They're trying to hit that little corner route. Ball gets hung up in the air a little bit. Good job by Bush being on the spot. And better job by the receiver playing some defense, knocking it out of his hands so it's not an interception.
Arquan, the redshirt freshman who just returned last week from a foot injury. So now Dalton Witherspoon will come on to attempt the field goal here. He's 7 of 10 on the season. And this will be a 31-yard try. A hold of Dan Roy. And he's got it. So off of the interception, 3 points on the board and a 7-3 Cincinnati lead. Cougar Walk pregame today in Houston. Beautiful day today. Not too humid, temperatures in the 70s. Nice little breeze blowing. TDECU Stadium. Beth Mowens alongside Anthony Becht and Rocky Boyman. And the American Athletic Conference, 3 ranked teams this week, including unbeaten Memphis, but that changed earlier today. Temple with the upset at home. So one of the ranked teams in the league goes down, and now Cincinnati with the early lead here over Houston. And they'll start it out at the 25. Yeah, you know, it's interesting, AB, are they flying beneath the radar, or are they possibly going to get hurt by their schedule this year? Or what are you seeing from Clemson right now?
Clemson's kind of taking their time being great. It looks like they're trying to be super explosive every time they get the football. I think they just have to work on their offense, just being a little more methodical. Maybe this is the game they do it against Florida State.
Ridder, another deep ball, wide open at midfield. Rashad Medeiros, and he is gone. One and done, 75 yards. And Ridder adds a passing score to his running score.
Hell of a job by this football team. And they're able to get a little bit of a wheel route on the outside, and no one's home. You see Grant Stewart chasing hard. May have been the guy not in position to take him. And I'll tell you now, these are 2 explosive plays now in the passing game by Cincinnati.
Second touchdown of the season for Medeiros. Extra point is good. They've had it 2 times. They've scored it 2 times.
Well, Medeiros has a big play. He's going to run out and up the sidelines. Grant Stewart gets his eyes trapped with the back underneath. Well-designed play by Cincinnati. It's a house call all the way in for the touchdown. Huge play. Cincinnati up 14-3.
Longest play from scrimmage of the season for Cincinnati. 75 yards, Desmond Ridder to Rashad Medeiros for the touchdown, and a 14-3 lead. Stevenson will give it a go. Breaks a tackle out across the 35-yard line. And for the Cincinnati Bearcats, heck of a party for them on Friday night a week ago, and coach said, we got to move on. That party's over. Well, they're trying to start another one here today. 2 touches, 2 scores. And so far, it's been Cincinnati's day, and the road lead for the 25th ranked Bearcats. With the 14-3 lead as we start the second quarter. Toon does come off to the side, so it's back to Holgerson at quarterback, working here out of the gun on 2nd down. Blitz coming. Holgerson stepping up, and he'll go with it. And Logan Holgerson outside the 40 and the slide to the 43. And a big play by the coach's son to extend and go.
Yeah, nobody's there. Good coverage. They bring a little blitz. He's able to kind of get around everything. Heck, he's definitely way faster than his father is running up the field. A good job protecting himself by sliding. Almost takes a huge hit there by number 14, Jeffries.
Wayne set him up with a manageable 3rd down.
Wildcat there.
They'll do the direct snap here to Kyle Porter, and he is right around the line to gain.
It looks like he's going to get a favorable spot.
And a 1st down for the Cougars. So what's that, the 4th different player that has taken a snap here in the first half for Houston?
Looks like if you got a uniform on for Houston, you're going to play.
Couple quarterbacks, a receiver, and a running back all getting a crack at it.
No guys just walking around with no helmets on. They're going to get a chance.
Clayton Tune, we found out just prior to game time that he was a questionable decision due to a tweaked hamstring. Of course, you go back even further, and it's De'Eric King, who was the starter here, but after the slow start, he opted to redshirt. And obviously, it's a conversation we can have as the game progresses about how that all went down. But when you talk to Dana Holgerson and the coordinators, when you talk to the players, they think that's going to be what's best for the program and for the student athletes moving forward. Bryson Smith will keep, get out to the 49-yard line, and then the push across midfield, but I think they're going to say his progress stopped at midfield.
I think the one thing he mentioned to us is, like, listen, every guy and the reasonings that they decide to do with each player is different. They treat them all individual. It's case by case. And some of the players that we asked him about, none of them were for the same reason. Some were injury, some were maybe, you know, protecting them from an off the field issue, as far as, you know, maybe they're going through some ups and downs. And, you know, to me, I didn't see any harm in some of the things that he was doing as far as redshirting some of these older players and giving them some more time to be a part of the program.
On 3rd and 4, and Smith with his first pass of the day, and it's a deep ball. Caught at the 5 and into the end zone for 6. Jeremy Singleton and a 50-yard bomb on 3rd down.
Who says you got to warm up before the game and throw a football, baby? Just give me the rock and let me throw one down the field. What a job. Huge play by Houston. They're going to fake a little run to the right. If they're going by our reports, he hadn't thrown a ball. They're not going to worry about it. He goes over the top and hits Singleton. Finally, they get it in his hands. Big play for him. This is a monster change of events, and he even gets hit as he throws it, Beth. Heck of the job by Houston drumming something out with multiple players right now playing the quarterback position.
And for a team that was really struggling offensively, they are right in this game.
And you can tell UC's defense did not respect him passing whatsoever. At snap of the ball, the deepest safety was moving forward, expecting run, and they called the right play at the right time.
Dalton Witherspoon, the extra point. And it's good. Big 3rd down conversion from the Wildcat quarterback.
What a throw down the field. And he's being covered by Kobe Bryant. You think he can leap up and knock it down? No can do. Heck of a catch by Singleton, and raised a hand up for the big play by Smith.
Cincinnati offense, for a change here, will have some decent field position. They've been buried back inside their own 10 3 times on punts from Dane Roy. On 2nd and 3, Ridder hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Demarion Williams got in on the quarterback, so Anthony, they choose not to run there on 2nd down, and now you're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, for a little corner cat by Williams on the outside. Jumped up initially, but made Desmond kind of hold the football with no one there. So again, hey, 3rd and 3 opportunity here for Houston. Let's see what Cincinnati can drum up.
Against the 4-man pressure, and Ridder is sacked. And a flag after the sack.
Replay, you'll see number 90.
Unnecessary roughness on the play. The contact was legal. It is 4th down.
That's a good call. Chambers, 94, gets in there with pressure. They try to run a wheel route again, Beth, on the outside. It's covered well, but watching the inside, number 94 will spin. 2 defenders there. Looks like a monster hit, but the quarterback's actually going to the ground as he hits him. That's a nice job. Good pass rush by Chambers, getting some reps today in this football game.
And also, guys, Oliver Charles Pierre, number 90 there, the 345-pound nose tackle, pushing that center right back to the quarterback's face.
First sack for them, a loss of 6, and now Houston has grabbed the momentum here. Down 4, 10:24 to go in the first half. A 6-play, 66-yard scoring drive the last time they had it. The punt from James Smith, headed for Bryson Smith. He'll stay away from it and then take it on the bounce. Did he wave for the fair catch? And Cincinnati with the lead, but Houston with the momentum right now. Scored the last time they had it. A good stop defensively. This is Logan Holgerson on the rollout. And it is intercepted, and they promptly give it right back. Javon Hicks with the pick.
What a catch by Hicks here. Unbelievable effort by him. Lot going to the left. They come back. Hicks tracking the ball, and his man gets down low. The ball's thrown low and behind number 5, Stevenson. And it basically goes right in their hands. Looks like it's going to be a clean catch. Big turn of events there. And tough turnover for Houston.
Just a great break on the ball at the last second there. Javon Hicks, Colerain High School, Cincinnati. Big play.
Jared Dokes, the offset back. Tucker, the motion man, and he'll circle back around to get it. Terrific block by Dokes in front of him. And down to the 20-yard line. Jared blocked his man about 20 yards downfield and cleared the way for Trey Tucker. At a gain of 12.
A lot of linemen downfield making second and third blocks. Almost 8 yards down the field. That was great.
First and 10, they'll option left, and the pitch to Warren. Cut down at the 15-yard line. Gain of about 7. Williams with the tackle.
I like Warren better when he's going more north-south. I think he's not as good going to the perimeter, but get him shoulder square to the line of scrimmage north-south. He's great.
I think just upping his carries in general would be better. He looks like a guy that can wear on a defense if he got multiple touches throughout a game.
Ridder keeps. Aguara breaks a tackle at the 5 and gets into the end zone. Touchdown Bearcats, and they've got 7 off of the turnover. And a 15-yard score.
Nice job. Dewara just comes across. It's a little bit of a naked action. They slide a guy underneath. It's their tight end. And he's athletic enough, obviously, to break tackles, but has speed to get it up. And
second touchdown pass for Desmond Ridder. Crosa with the extra. And a 21-10 lead. A costly interception from Houston. And the Cats will cash it in. They only needed 3 plays to go 35 yards. And the tight end finds his way into the end zone. Josiah DeGuara, his 4th touchdown catch of the season, and a 21-10 lead. Cincinnati on the road today against Houston. Beth Bowens, Anthony Beck, Rocky Boyman is also with us, coming off that huge win a week ago at home. Anthony, now trying to keep that momentum going on the road.
Yeah, you know, and that's what it's been. You know, Houston just kind of all over the place in this football game. Multiple quarterbacks. They got their touchdown pass from their wide receiver. So, you know, really just trying to figure out what they want to be in this football game. They may run out of opportunities and plays with the different guys, and you can't really expand yourself as an offense. But Cincinnati just kind of being methodical, doing their thing, and they're just saying, look, we just can control this game, get our drives put together. We can just kind of run away with this thing. So very important drive here by Houston.
Running up the middle. Carr out to the 35-yard line and a first down.
Well, you try to be a little conservative here, backed up. You're just trying to run the ball. Now you break one. So now here comes Houston. Can they put something together now to get in a groove to get this football team potential field goal range or score?
20-yard run for Carr, and that's their biggest run play of the day. Under a minute and a half to go. Run up the middle and the push. Clock continues to run. Here is the All-State playoff predictor. I know you're a big eye test guy, right, Anthony? You love watching the tape to see who's best.
Sometimes I do. I don't know if I throw statistics and numbers in, but hey, the predictor has Ohio State with the best chance here to make the playoff. I think, you know, I have them, and I think they're a top 4 team for now.
Toon hit as he releases into traffic, and the catch made inside the 30-yard line. Trevon Bradley, and a gain of 34.
Need to speed up the process, get it back in the game. Cars coming out. Here comes Brown. Need to get lined up.
18 seconds to go, still with the 2 timeouts. 4 guys coming. Toon has a man, Smith on the run, and he dropped it at the 5.
And that's unfortunate. Wow.
That's twice today, Anthony. Guys have been too wide open and dropped them.
Blown coverage here. Cincinnati gets confused. Smith just drops it right in his hands. Cannot pull it in and catch it. That would have been huge, a game changer. Now you got 11 seconds left. Wow, just an opportunity. I'll tell you, for a guy that's been rolling in and out of the game at quarterback, those are pretty nice deep balls by Toon that he could have had in a completion.
Should have been a touchdown for Houston. Toon overthrows his target. 7 seconds to play, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go, Cincinnati. Let's go defense.
I don't know if you have enough time here to kind of get a ball 20+ yards down the field, catch, secure, and call a timeout. This might be a heave-ho opportunity now with just 7 seconds left. 3rd down.
Toon launches it deep down the middle of the field, and it's intercepted for the 2nd time by Javon Hicks. And a missed opportunity for Houston. What could have been a touchdown pass dropped at the 5-yard line. And then before we go to the half, we've got to deal with a flag, and it's a penalty against Houston that will be declined.
And it's almost like a punt there. Beth just kind of launched it down the field, able to bring it down, but that's 2 interceptions now for Hicks.
21-10, Cincinnati with the lead at the half. Welcome back to the American Conference on ESPN. Getting set to start the 3rd quarter here in Houston, and the Cincinnati Bearcats with the 21-10 lead, trying to get to 5-1 and remain atop the standings in the American Athletic. Beth Mullins along with Anthony Beck. Rocky Boyman also with us today. And a good first half for Desmond Ridder. A rushing touchdown, AB, and also 2 TD passes.
Yeah, really nice job by him throwing the football. I think both teams would like to run the ball a little better, but 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions on Cincinnati's defense against a Houston offense right now that's kind of been all over the place with the 4 different quarterbacks in today's game.
All right, how about a look right now at the game flow, brought to you by Progressive.
Yeah, this was the touchdown earlier in the game. Great play design. Medeiros is the receiver who's going to be covered by Grant, but I want you to keep your eyes on this tailback because he's going to run the flat, and you're going to get Stort's eyes on him coming out. Now watch this. When he goes to the flat, Stort's going to kind of stop. Medeiros is running a wheel route. Uh-oh, you see Grant running wide open. Alec Pierce takes his corner down the field. He's not there to protect. And look at number 17, Medeiros, the fastest player on the team. He kind of stumbles for a second, thinking there's somebody going to be home. Yeah. Nobody's there to cover him. So great play design by offensive coordinator Mike Denbrock, and a good throw and catch by the Cincinnati offense.
75-yard touchdown strike there. That was their longest play from scrimmage on the season. Houston will start out with it in this 3rd quarter. Rocky?
Yeah, talk with UC coach Luke Fickell. He's happy with how his defense played, especially considering the 3 and 4 quarterback looks they've gotten. He said we got to just continue to not get down, not get phased, and let our heads get away from us. They've let a couple wide receivers get behind them. Can't do that. And then for Dana Holgerson, he talked about, look, it's just all hands on deck at this point. Clayton Toon did not get a lot of practice this week, so whoever's got to play, whoever gives us the best chance to win, that's what's got to happen.
And it is not Clayton Toon out there right now. It's Logan Holgerson, who will go in as a wideout, and Bryson Smith, the wide receiver, in at Wildcat. Smith finds a seam through the left side and out across the 20-yard line. Derek Forrest, the leading tackler, who had 16 takedowns last week with the stop for UC.
You see a headset on Dana now. He had that off about midway through the first quarter, and he didn't see it for the rest of the first half. Let's see how long that stays on in this football game as his offense is able to get some positive yards on first down.
And he'll go back to Clayton Tune here at quarterback. They had a chance to put up 6 late in the first half. They had some clock management issues and a dropped catch at the 5-yard line that could have been a score for them. This is Kyle Porter on the carry. Again, it's Forrest with the tackle, but a first down Cougs.
That's Kyle Porter's a good back. They got a couple guys, him and Carr. He's a Texas transfer, played some meaningful games for Texas as a back, came over here. He's missed most of the last 2 games with back spasms, so it's good to see him back on the field for Houston. And I think him and Carr need to get involved in this running game, Beth. You've seen Brown in there as well, number 37, getting some carries. If this offensive line, if there's any way to help them, let them come off the football and block.
The other back is Mulba Carr, the senior from Austin, but he is headed towards a red shirt. Probably won't see much of him for the remainder of the season. Broken tackle by Terrell Smoke Brown, the true freshman from Louisiana. And his first action, the plan right now is for him to play in 4 games and keep his red shirt. It's all part of the building process for Dana Holgorsen. You've heard obviously about the red shirts from some of the older guys, but they're hitting the bricks recruiting. Not just the high school kids, but JUCOs, Anthony. They're also going after grad transfers. They've got a handful of true redshirt transfer guys sitting out this year, including a stud defender from Alabama that will be ready to go next year as well. They are trying the deep ball all day long, and they've got one here. Clayton Tune to Marquez Stevenson. Touchdown, Houston.
Reason why Stevenson was one of the best players on this football team last year is because his ability to have speed down the field and make big plays. And I'll tell you now, Clayton Tune has been incredible with his deep ball. Just runs right by number 3, Hicks, who has 2 interceptions in this game, and gives a little bit of that Deion Sanders into the end zone with a little high step. That's a huge play. Houston back in this game, Beth.
69 yards on the score to Marquez Stevenson, who was a 1,000-yard receiver last year. And he's got his 4th TD catch of this season. And it's right back in it for the Cougars, 21-17.
If you go back in the first half, they ran the same identical play. Remember when Stevenson tried to get that one-handed catch? Well, here he goes up and he runs right by him. He finally gets by the defender, but he gets a better ball. Now there's separation. He's able to look it in, and Hicks doesn't have a chance to bring him down there. Heck of a job with the catch and then breaking that tackle to score. And Dana, can we catch a smile? Maybe when he gets the front of his face, but the headset's off, I think now.
Cincinnati gonna try and respond. A nice return here out across the 45-yard line by Tucker. Blitz coming, it's picked up. Ridder with the deep ball. Going up to get it at the 35-yard line. The fight for the ball, and it's Medeiros who's got it for Cincinnati.
I don't know how he caught this football. This was well covered. Goes up, but almost about to get ripped out, but Medeiros just squeezes the ball to his chest. Look at this. Unbelievable. I think he squeezed the defender's arm as well. Unbelievable play by him. Huge, explosive catch down the field.
And that's Jordan Moore, who's on for Deontay Anderson, who was nicked up on the last series. Ridder, good time, floats one over the middle, looking for Dokes, incomplete.
Trying to sneak it back in the middle of the field. Catch him sleeping with the safeties opening up. They weren't able to get it open.
Deontay Anderson is back in there now in the secondary for Houston. They're looking for Medeiros, who continues his big day with another catch, his third, but he's already over 100 yards, including the 75-yard TD catch. Picks up 10 more there.
Been impressed by the senior, 5'11", 178 pounds, not the biggest guy. Dana Holgerson's looking for answers for when his offense comes out from the field, but defensively, Houston needs a stop as Cincinnati continues to churn out these yards.
Houston just rotated in 4 fresh defensive linemen.
Warren will try and run right at him. And down to the 15-yard line. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third.
This kind of epitomizes what Cincinnati, Luke Fickell football, right? Methodical drive, multiple plays, smash mouth, mix in some pass runs. You know, have a drive that has double-digit plays in it. Starting to feel like that here on this one.
For the American Coach of the Year last season, coming off that 11-win campaign. And Warren taken down by Anderson, who has just been all over the backfield today.
It's got to be his third tackle for a loss in the football game, and he just picks his poison. He sees an opening, hits the crack, trips him up, gets a nice loss for 6. Again, trying to get the back outside, which hasn't been productive for Cincinnati.
It's been tough sledding here on third down today for the Bearcats. Looking across the middle, and it's broken up at the 2-yard line. DeGuara almost hauled it in, and Garrison Vaughn separated him from it.
This is an area of the field where DeGuara really works his magic as a tight end. But this is an excellent job by Garrison Vaughn. Watch this. Good separation. Vaughn's tracking the football. Look at the location where he hits him. Helmet down, shoulder into the stomach area. Dislodges the football from the tight end. That's textbook right there by the safety to prevent a big catch for Cincinnati.
Sam Crosa on to attempt a 38-yard field goal. Houston special teams coming up with a big play. Logan Hall busts his way through the middle to get a piece of it. Holgerson likes it. And the Cougs stay close. Clayton Tune's day, the 152 yards, the long touchdown throw. And back to work off the blocked field goal for Houston. Got a drive trying to take the lead here on number 25, Cincinnati.
His overall completion percentage hasn't been great, but the deep ball percentage has been good. They even dropped one right before the half that would have led to some points, and they're still in this football game. So if he can make some connections, I think right now the deep shots are great, but can they get some passes to work the middle of the field, find receivers or tight ends, and kind of move the chains and get the field position turned?
Keep it on the ground here. Kyle Porter. Either side has had a ton of success running it. Both teams sub 100 yards total on the ground, but Porter has enough there for the first down. Terrell Brown will check back in at tailback.
Let's go, number 13, let's go!
Stevenson and Smith both come to the near side. Tune in trouble, dives forward out across the 30. That was Myjay Sanders, who's made some nice plays getting after the quarterback today. Had the sack in the first half.
Good job getting back to the line of scrimmage by him. Remember, he's got a shaky hamstring, and this would obviously test it here. Pushing off the ground quickly and eluding a potential sack. Gets up. Don't really see any issues as he's back in the huddle and setting up for the next play.
Yeah, Trey.
Second and 10, the run up the middle, and Cincinnati was ready for it. Did the ball pop out on the push forward? The Bearcats say they've got it.
Yeah, Hicks
comes out with it. He's already got 2 interceptions today. And it's Cincinnati football.
Yeah, and this is going to be close. The back may be down on this one. They ripped the football out, but I think, for lack of a better terms, his bum, Beth, hits the ground.
And what a day for Javon Hicks. Leader in the clubhouse, I'd say, for the American Defensive Player of the Week. Under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. It's back to Warren, and red jerseys swarm him and throw him for a loss. Grant Stewart leading the charge.
It's amazing what a play can change up. Curvin does a nice job, number 15, just seeing this thing. Nobody's blocking him, cleans it up. A lot of red bodies. Grant Stewart cleans it out. Dude's pumped up. He's got the hair flowing. Flo's getting a lot of work today from Progressive. He may be up for a Head & Shoulders commercial, though.
Forces a 2nd and 11. Ridder under duress, and he's sacked. Back out at the 44-yard line. David Anini, his 5th of the season.
We haven't called his name out, but he is their best pass rusher on the outside. He's just going to beat the left tackle, and that's not the starter. That's Darius Harper, who's starting. He started last week with Chris Ferguson out of this football game. And Anini does his homework. He finds a spot. He finally gets the speed pass rush, and now it's 3rd and forever for this Cincinnati team.
Ridder stepping up. Down inside the 35, shoved out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and a penalty flag. And what a costly one this will be for Houston, because he was short of the first down line to gain.
Now, number 27, Willis Dalton. And I'll tell you, this is a bad call, Beth. I think he's still in bounds when he touches him here. We'll have to watch the replay. They're talking about this right now. They might overturn this, but as we see this, watch where Desmond Ridder is, his body, and then watch when 27 hits him. Boom, he's not out of bounds, now he hits it. It's kind of simultaneous to me. I'll bet you they throw this flag away, but we'll see.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Wow. Yeah, I'd be mad. Dana Holgerson is fuming on the sidelines. And though it was close and it looked like it was out of bounds, Desmond Ridder's foot was not out, nor was his body, and that gives it fair game for the defender to put his hands on him and push him out. Dana's fired up.
So instead of 4th down, it's 1st and 10 Cincinnati. A massive turn of events as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. It ends up being a conversion of a 3rd down and 18 with the run and a penalty tacked on. And we are headed to the 4th, and we'll leave you with a little more Dana.
The mad scientist.
Controversial penalty goes Cincinnati's way. It keeps the drive alive in what would have been a 4th down. And was Ridder in or out of bounds on the shove? It goes to the Bearcats, and they've got it 1st and 10, and Ridder's helmet pops off on the hit by Zamar Curvin.
Was that Clowney in the backfield there on that play?
He will have to come out for a play.
Way to avoid the block and just come off and smacks him. Wow, what a pat.
Ben Bryant, the redshirt freshman from LaGrange, Illinois, will come on here to take a snap and presumably hand it off to Michael Warren. Warren bounces to the outside, down to the 11. Wrapped up by Williams, and Desmond Ridder will get back into the game.
I'll tell you, I've been impressed, Rocky, by this defense. They're playing hard, running to the football, making tackles behind the backfield. Just great effort.
Far and away the best performance they've had of the season. They are flying around here today.
3rd and 7. Ridder looking right. He's got Warren out of the backfield. Cut back at the 5. Touchdown, Bearcats. Warren takes it 11 yards for the score.
Very similar play, Beth, to the tight end coming underneath. Now it's the running back's turn. Underneath in the flat, they got blockers out in front. DeGuar with a nice block, and Moj also with a nice block on the outside. No holds. Big touchdown.
I'll say it again. When Michael Warren can get his shoulder pads square to line of scrimmage, good things happen for the Bearcats.
7 plays, 34 yards, and a drive kept alive by the penalty, and it started with the fumble recovery. Warren 11 yards out. Get out of his way. He's taking it home. 25th ranked Cincinnati on the road and out in front, 28-17. A big day for Desmond Ridder. 3 touchdown passes and a touchdown run. And that last toss, the 11-yard TD pass to Warren coming out of the backfield. Houston has had 2 huge scoring plays and now find themselves down here early in the 4th and out across the 25-yard line. How about Holgerson back on? So he and Bryson Smith are at wideout, and Kyle Porter will take the snap. And Porter's got a seam. The burst across midfield, and he'll take it down to the Cincinnati 30-yard line.
Every time Cincinnati thinks they take control of the football game and get a big lead, Houston comes back. They get in their Wildcat, and number 22, Kyle Porter, with the little stutter, he slows down for just that second and allows his blocks to get big. And oh, that's more than the first down, young man. That's a big play by that running back.
How about 33 yards? Who's in at quarterback now? It's Bryson Smith with Porter offset. Porter will run it again down to the 26. Here's that game coming up with Kyle Trask and Joe Burrow. 54 points per game for LSU, best in the country. The Florida defense allows less than 10 a game. And if you want some excitement, the last 5 matchups have all been 1-possession games. Florida and LSU, the top 10 showdown tonight in Death Valley. Now it's back to Clayton Tune. Give it to Brown. He fumbled the last time he had it. Holds on here. Brian Wright also able to hold on and make the tackle. And here comes a big 3rd down for Houston. Good on the counter. And a 1st down run for Kyle Porter. Picked up 10 there.
It's been the Kyle Porter show here on this drive. Running the ball effectively. Keep feeding them.
12 carries now for 81 yards for Kyle. First down in the red zone. Freshman gets the call. And down inside the 10.
37 Brown, the ball carrier.
Tell you what, every week it seems like a different linebacker for UC's defense. Brian Wright playing a heck of a game here as well.
Yeah, Brian getting his number called. Harry Young's had a big season for him.
Terrell White.
Yep. Beavers are all showing up.
Tune to Porter, looking for some room. Ducks down to the 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
Game 1, 3rd down 5.
There comes back in their top receiver, Marquez Stevenson, number 5. Big 3rd down option. Like to move him around sometime to see if they can get that matchup on the move. So inside at the slot position.
Pressure off the edge. Tune to the end zone. Has a man. And holding on to complete the catch is Christian Trahan. A 6-yard touchdown.
Just a little banana route to the corner of the end zone by the tight ends. Number 5, Derek Forrest. Number 5 is in position, but he's late. Right here, he's going to run to the flat, and this guy right here, Derek Forrest, watches hesitation for a second. He gets sucked in. Guess what? It looks like Houston is going for 2 here, down by 5.
Stevenson is slotted right. Tune looks that way, throws to the back of the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Bradley, and it remains a 5-point game. 9:09 to go here in the 4th. A good one in the American with Cincinnati on top. Yeah, we've been all about the big plays today in Houston. Touchdowns of 75, 50, 69-yard scores, and a 28-23 Cincinnati lead over Houston. 9:09 to go. Cincinnati, one of 3 ranked American teams to start out the day. And Temple has already upset previously undefeated Memphis this afternoon. Tucker will bring it out across the 35. Good return from Trey and out to the 37-yard line. Give this to Warren. He gets room to the outside, and Michael Warren's going to get it all back. And he stepped out of bounds.
They got him marked about
early. Yeah, way back at the 38-yard line. Yep.
Yeah, his right foot and his left foot both touch. That's unfortunate because he was gone. Would have made another game-changing run like he did last week late in the game against UCF. He knew it. He slowed down. Yeah. He slowed down a bit. I'm kind of wondering why he did that, and then referee pulling up on the sidelines.
So he'll get half of it back. 11 yards on that run. Play action to Warren. Going deep. Broken up. Looking for Alec Pierce. And it was Javarius Owens with the coverage, the sophomore from Moore, Oklahoma.
Good job of getting his hands up. He's very fortunate. He didn't turn his head. So he watched and traced the hands of the receiver. His eyes went up. He stuck his hands in between Pierce's opportunity to catch it and knocked it away. Huge play. Only 1 catch for Alec Pierce, by the way. Their top receiver coming into this football game. The guy they like to throw down the field. Let's see where they go here on a long 3rd down.
Low snap. Ridder gets away from the pressure, and he will run for the 1st down, and the slide into Houston territory, and a flag is down.
In the secondary.
With a quarterback in the passing pocket, holding. Defense number 3. That 10-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. 1st down.
You know, they're man-to-man coverage, and you see right there, Grant Store grabbing DeGuara. DeGuara is a very, very good tight end that can run like a wide receiver, and clearly when he gets behind the secondary, that's a problem when they grab. Rocky?
Houston's defense brought the house right there, and you said it, in man-to-man coverage, you bring the house, you better get there, because a running quarterback like Desmond Ridder will beat you. That's what happened.
Pitch, Warren. Stewart brought him down at the 40-yard line. Got 4 yards back there.
Stewart's a madman. He guy just plays hard. He's the one leader on this defense that's been able to really live up to the expectation of defensive coordinator Joe Coffin. And that's good speed. He's really got 2 guys there. He's on the quarterback, and he's able to accelerate and get the back on the outside. It's a big one-man show play right there.
He says the new defense under Joe Coffin, the 4-2-5, has opened up the door for him to play much more aggressive, to play free and to attack. And second down. Ridder's pass out of bounds. Houston's sideline is beside themselves that there wasn't a hold on the backside called on Darius Harper.
Anini on the outside raises his hands the entire play. Watch him on the bottom of your screen. He whips around and gets pulled on the shoulder pad. The official is right there looking at him. His eyes are looking through the quarterback at that position. Doesn't get a flag. And Dana, I'll tell you what now, if he doesn't blow a gasket at some point in this game, it may be coming soon. So they can get a stop for the coach, because he is going to be irate if they don't.
Showing pressure and then pulling back. 3 men coming. Ridder able to sidestep it. And Ridder's going to run for the first down again.
And he's irate.
To the 20-yard line and a run of 18.
And again, Newton is right there and he gets juked. How about Ridder there with the moves to make a guy miss? I mean, that's a secondary, that's a linebacker, undersized linebacker. Get juked out there. That's a huge play. I mean, think about it. How many times were they penalized Cincinnati? Get press back, overcoming that yardage. Impressive.
Ridder has converted a couple with his feet. 11 carries, 50 yards rushing.
Yeah, they gotta consider spying him right here.
Well, we thought it might be the power game, Rock, with Warren, but on this drive, it's been Ridder on the scramble. Stokes, nice sidestep, down to the 15. We got a good one here in Houston on the drive here in the 4th for the Bearcats, letting that clock run. Stokes dives to about the 14. And it's 3rd down coming up. And here come those fresh legs back onto the field up front for Houston. Ninth play of the drive here for Cincinnati, trying to keep it going. Looking Medeiros' way to the back of the end zone, and incomplete, broken up. Good coverage by Garrison Vaughn, and it's 4th down.
Vaughn learned from his mistakes. Earlier, he runs to the play, chases the receiver down, Beth, and runs into him, doesn't turn around for the ball. Watch him now. He's chasing, gets his head turned, finds the football, knocks it away. That's textbook. That's a heck of a job. And now that prevents Cincinnati from taking it out of a 1-score potential game here with if they make this field goal.
They've already blocked a kick once today. This will be a 32-yard attempt from Sam Crosa. And this one is good. 8-point lead for Cincinnati, 4.5 to go. Well, after the field goal, it's an 8-point lead for Cincinnati. And for the Houston Cougars, 4:27 to go with the full complement of timeouts left. A touchdown and a 2-point try would tie it up. Well, they got a ways to go. The return only out to the 15-yard line.
Well, you know, offensively for Houston, what's been successful, Beth, in this half? It's been handing off to Kyle Porter. He's made some big runs, and then down the field passing with Tune to number 5, Marquez Stevenson. See if they can get something going here and put a drive together.
2 touchdown passes today and an interception. They'll start out on the ground. Solid effort by the Bearcats on that last drive, but they stalled in the red zone. A 10-play drive, almost 5 minutes. It was 7 runs that took care of all the yardage, 48 yards. And they put up the 3.
Houston taking a lot of time here.
They sure are. A run play and now a lot of time to get going on second down. Grayson Smith was the motion man. They'll try another deep shot. They've had some success. Stevenson did not get the foot down.
He's got great hands. Just way to pluck it. He dropped one. Tried to make a one-handed catch earlier that he dropped, but when he uses both, 2 on it, boom, plucks it, right foot, just
close.
out of bounds. That close. Heck of a throw, I'll tell you now. Tune's impressed me with his deep ball. Look at him get his head down, trying to find out where the out of bounds is. Just awareness by Stevenson coming along at the receiver position.
Arquan Bush and Kobe Bryant had the coverage. 3rd and 8. Pressure off the edge, batted up in the air, and then it's intercepted for the pick 6. Perry Young scores. Brian Wright, his linebacker mate, is the guy that popped it up for him.
It's like Cincinnati set this play up. I mean, it's unbelievable.
2nd week in a row, they get a big pick 6.
I mean, Perry Young, he might as well said he ran a slant route on the outside here. Boom, watch this. Just keep running, Perry. It's coming to you. Gets deflected up, doesn't even miss stride, and it falls right in his hands.
And Anthony, he's in the worst spot you want on a football field, which is 5 yards past the quarterback when you're rushing. It turned out to be the right spot there.
Timing is everything.
It's amazing.
Big play for the Cincinnati defense. Perry Young, the realtor. Location, location, location. The right guy in the right spot, and an assist from Brian Wright. 4th turnover taken of the day for the Bearcats, and they are in command. Pick 6 for Cincinnati, and that's taken some of the air out of the building here in Houston. 1st and 10 from the 34. Tune gonna have to throw across his body and into traffic. Incomplete. Looking for Cloud or for Singleton.
Number 13, Singleton.
Kobe Bryant was there with the coverage.
Number 7, Cody Bryant.
Got Saturday Night Football coming your way. Sean Clifford and undefeated Penn State taking on once beaten Iowa. Nate Stanley. I'll be making a little noise in Iowa City tonight. 7:30 Eastern on ABC. As Penn State moves into the top 10 this week. James Franklin at Penn State has not beaten a ranked team on the road. Can he change that tonight? Bradley with the catch across midfield.
Jeffries on the stop for the Bearcats.
Gain of 17. Well, you're Houston, you're thinking score, onside kick, score, 2-point conversion here. Tune thought about it, and now we'll check down and across the middle to his tight end, Trahan. 9 yards there. Clock continues to move. Houston does have the 3 timeouts left. With time a-ticking. Down under 2:10 at the snap here. Tune, short yardage, and a flag.
Holding, offense number 85. 10-yard penalty, second down.
This will set the Cougars back. They will be at Connecticut next week. Next up for Cincinnati will be Tulsa. They still have Memphis at the end of the season. They do not have SMU during the regular season. Could see them in the American Championship game.
They have Temple, who beat us Memphis, so that'll...
They have Temple at home at Nippert in late November. You have a nice little Saturday if your afternoons here at the Cougs game. Maybe head down to the ball yard tonight for Stroh's Yanks.
Galleria area is also nice, Beth.
Yes.
Shopping, restaurants.
There's plenty to do in town. Toon trying to hook up with Bryson Smith, and it's 4th down.
Incomplete pass intended for number 1 Smith.
Houston made some big plays today. The 69-yard touchdown pass, a 50-yard touchdown throw from Bryson Smith.
Uh-oh.
And we may have an injured parabolic mic.
I think we got a thumbs up if I saw.
Took the brunt of that one.
We got a thumbs up.
Rocky's
Yeah, it's cracked.
Yeah, can we get information?
Oh,
man. Does that come out of their pocket?
Yes. Yeah, right there.
big run up the gut for Kyle Porter.
Rocky, I know you got some kind of glue at the house or something in your warehouse that can
whittle
seal
up
that
something
up.
real quick.
Put that back together for us.
Knife, I'll get you that.
Oh,
It just
boy.
blew my ears
yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for that one, sound guys.
Technical trainers are looking at that as Toon slides down at the 20-yard line.
He's a little gimpy here. You know, I'm sure that hammy's a little sore. He definitely runs a lot faster than that after watching the film against North Texas. So hopefully he hasn't re-aggravated that hamstring.
Whopper falls incomplete, tipped by Malik Van, bringing some heat on the quarterback. Des Ridder today for Cincinnati on the offensive side, 263 yards passing with 3 touchdowns. He also ran for a score. Still got some things to clean up and work on. The penalties were an issue again today. It's out of bounds. Good catch by the security guard on the sideline.
That's my guy right there.
Yes, there you go.
You have a security guy, Rocky? Wow, I mean, come on.
Why were you not anywhere near that ball, Rocky? Did you turn the other way?
No, I was trying to make a one-handed catch like the other way.
Okay.
As big of a guy as you are, you need a security guard. My goodness.
Delicate, man. Come on.
Porter down to the 15.
I was looking at it more of a status thing. You know, you just one of them diva sideline.
Let's see.
Wow.
Let's see if Rocky's true to his word.
You know, he catches.
Where? Oh, there he is.
They gave him a thumbs up, though. There you go.
Another one.
And did he hold on to that into the end zone? Yes, he did. Kobe Bryant. Interception, Cincinnati.
I mean, we couldn't end the game without a Kobe Bryant making a big play, right? Look at this guy. Look, he's behind him. He looks like the receiver on that play. That's an excellent job of his leaping ability by Kobe Bryant. Jumping up, making a play. I'm just saying, you know.
Fabulous
pick there. Are they calling him the Black Mamba right now?
For the junior out of Akron. First name spelled different.
It is. It is
than the Laker Hooper.
Be too much to live up to if it was a K, right? I mean, there's a Y on it as well.
Cincinnati will improve to 5-1. Houston will fall to 2-4. And the Bearcats still very much alive in pursuit of an American Conference championship and possibly a New Year's Six Bowl at the end of the season. Another win for Luke Fickell and the handshake with Dana Holgerson. And a road win for the Bearcats, 38-23. Let's check in with Rocky.
Coach, you had the big win last week. Opportunity for a trap game here. Houston played really well, but you came away with a win. How's this feel?
Yeah, I know the energy was a little rough. We couldn't kind of get things going and keep things going, but you got to give it them. They had the heart. They came out the second half, got ourselves a little bit behind, and they just kept fighting, and that's really who we are.
How about your defense? 5 takeaways today. I got 9 in the last 2 weeks. How key are they?
Huge. I mean, it's a momentum get, especially when you're kind of, shaky a little bit here and there and switching around the quarterbacks, not exactly sure, but, they just kept playing. We got to get some things shored up. Penalties-wise is a big deal for us. But when you can get turnovers, you got a chance to be really good.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rocky. A nice road win for the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Oh, cool, man.
Still to come, more college football with Ole Miss and Missouri on deck. And some big games tonight. Florida, LSU, and Penn State, Iowa. 38-23, the final. Now let's get you back to the studio. Kevin Connors, Emmanuel Acho, and Jim Mora.